Who are some of the top returning guys for your squad this year?
Okay, 3 guys that finished an all-league last year. Levi Cranston was an all-league offensive lineman. Caden Williams was all-league defensive end, and Tanner Cummings was all-league both sides. Those 3 guys will be huge. I think Michael Hill, he came on there at the end of the season last year. This year, this summer camp and stuff, he really showed us some good things at 140 pounds at guard. And defensively, he can, when he wants to be, he's an animal. We have some, we have a freshman kid that started for us last year. Now he's going to be a sophomore, and we've seen a ton of improvement just over this past week. Matt DeRoss on the offensive line and defensive line. I think Luke Baker hopefully takes a big step forward. He's had to start on and off since his freshman year at quarterback for us, and he plays some linebacker DN stuff for us. And then looking around, we got Levi Castile who's returning. He's played for us for 4 years. He's always contributed one way or another ever since his sophomore year. So he'll help us out both offensively, defensively. And then Tyler Larson, trying to think of his last name. He played. This is his 3rd year playing for us. He's going to be a junior, and he ended up starting on defense last year for us. Showed up late. He missed our first couple games, and then he ended up being pretty good by the end of the year. And I think he'll be one of our better cover guys, along with Tanner Wolf, the other starting running back for us. He's unfortunately gotten injured last year as a sophomore, and he was starting. He should be, hopefully, as long as we can keep him healthy, not hurt again. He's pretty good for us.
Yeah. Any newcomers to the program this year that you feel might make an impact for you guys?
We didn't get any new upperclassmen, but we have some. We have 4 freshmen in.
Yeah.
And as with anything, it's a pretty big change going up to high school as far as the speed and the size of the kids. And so I think, going along, those guys will hopefully be able to contribute.
Yeah.
They're a little on the small side. But,
okay.
We'll get them trained up.
All right. Well, it does sound like, a decent number of guys coming back for you this year. Yeah. How do you feel like kind of the experience level of the team? Is that going to be a big factor for you guys on hopefully success for this year then?
Yeah. I mean, these guys, we haven't gone far in the playoffs, but like my seniors have been and played in 3 playoff games in 3 years. And, and most of the kids, even the sophomores that are on the team with Matt DeRoss, he started last year in the playoff game and, pretty much the whole season. So, I feel like all the guys we have returning have quite a bit of experience. And so that's really been helpful. And I know, like, we went to summer camp over at Lowell, a bunch of 9-man schools. And, first couple of days practicing out here were a little bit rough, but then it was, then everything starts clicking. And
what do you feel like is the strength of the offense for you guys this year?
Definitely our speed, or quickness.
Yeah,
I will say we are very quick, and we have been running this offense now in our 3rd year with our assistant coach's offensive coordinator, and so I feel like we're running our plays and we're pretty deceptive, and we move our linemen around quite a bit. So I think we're getting better at that.
Yeah. How about on the defensive side of the ball? Where do you feel like the strength is there?
Definitely our quickness, not our size, but I feel like both of our D line with the DeRoss and Cranston have gotten a lot better. And Caden Williams it'll be his 3rd year starting on the D end, and Michael Hill coming back after finishing last year really well. Help us, Tanner Cummings, despite his size, racks up a lot of tackles.
Yeah.
He played middle linebacker for us last year, and he'll play there again.
Yeah. Going into a season, what type of goals are you kind of trying to set for this year's team?
So this year, and we talk about it as a team when we first started our midnight practice, and a big goal is we want to host a football playoff game and win the first and get through the first round. So.
What kind of work did you see out of the team during the off season? What kind of things were you guys able to do with them, and what kind of commitment to the season have you seen from guys working prior to coming into the fall?
Yeah, we Yeah, starting in July, we started in the weight room, and then had a couple weeks where we had a week where we practiced, and a week we went to camp. We had full participation in that, and then we lifted up until, well, not dead week or fair week. This fair week, everyone's busy, but even then we had a few kids in the weight room. But so I thought they did a lot better job this summer of buying in and staying with it.
Yeah. A number of guys kind of mentioned some things that maybe didn't go so well last year, and that's kind of either a driving force from this year, or things that they feel like they can make an impact on the team by doing better this year. Do you feel like last year was maybe a learning moment for a lot of these guys that got returning this year?
It definitely was. A lot of them got put into probably leadership roles, and they weren't quite ready. And a lot of them had to play, and they probably could have used a year to get more prepared. So yeah, it definitely was a learning year.
Yeah.
And we had our up and downs. I mean, one week we could lose to somebody we should not lose to, and the next week we could beat somebody we maybe shouldn't have beat. So
yeah,
sometimes that's just how it goes.
Exactly. Looks like you guys are kind of in a new league this year with some different teams in there that you haven't normally had or didn't have last year. How do you feel about just kind of the way things shape up with a different league?
I feel fine. It's going to be interesting. We've played North Douglas and Mohawk, of course, quite a bit of times, and Perrydale, we've played them 2 times, I think, maybe in our history. And they're going to be good. I know the coach there, and they graduated nobody last year, and so the North Douglas should be a handful, and Reed Sport and Vernonia are kind of unknowns.
What ways are you guys going to be able to make a big impact on this year's team for Camas Valley?
Go and let you go first. Probably just the mindset. It's something we've always struggled with, and this year we've definitely noticed that, and we're trying to definitely just make sure all of our friends and our teammates, brothers, are all up, and they're not just digging themselves in a hole. These one person dig himself in a hole, everyone's down in that hole too.
And just definitely communication across the team. Last year we struggled with that a lot. Miscommunication, everyone got mad at each other. And I feel like this year we're going to work on that quite a bit better.
How do you feel like, so it sounds like you guys are kind of both looking back towards last year and ways to improve. How much do you guys look back to that, and were there a lot of lessons you guys learned from last year that you're hoping to take into this year?
Most 100%. Definitely. Yeah. Such as conditioning. Last year, it was, we was pretty harsh, but this year we're doing double more of what we did last year. So that's making it up quite a bit. Oh, yeah.
Cool. What would a successful season for Camas Valley look like to you guys?
Definitely going into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Winning a playoff game.
Cool. What's a motivating factor for you guys this year?
Our town. Yeah. They're relying on us. They want to see good ball and watch us just accomplish our dreams.
Definitely. They haven't seen us succeed as much as we could have in the past couple of years.
Okay, biggest matchup on the schedule this year. If you look at the whole schedule, what's the team you're looking forward to facing the most?
I would say personally North Douglas.
Yes, North Douglas for sure.
That's the unanimous answer right now.
Yeah.
So, what are you guys looking forward to about that matchup?
Just a little bit of a rivalry.
Yep, and it's our homecoming game. So.
How do you feel like you can make a big impact on the team this year?
I feel as far as being an impact, it would be to be a leader, especially this year because we don't have as many guys. So I feel like being a leader on the team impacts a lot.
Yeah. What is your biggest motivating factor going into the season? What's driving you this year?
I felt like last season we kind of got a little we didn't have our best effort in some of the games, and I know our potential is way better than that. So I feel like just motivate from last year and go on, kick some butt.
Yeah. What would a successful season for Camas Valley look like to you this year?
I feel like winning a playoff game would definitely be big for us because it'd just be cool.
It's been a couple of seasons, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What do you feel like is the biggest matchup on the schedule this year?
Biggest matchup, I'd say physically North Douglas because they're pretty big. They like smash mouth football. So I'd say them.
Getting ready for the start of the season here, how do you feel like you can make the biggest impact for this team? What ways do you try to kind of make a big impact on this year's season?
I feel like last year I was a pretty good leader in wrestling season. So I feel like I can make a great impact on the football team by being that same leader for this team.
Cool. Going into the year, what's your biggest motivating factor for senior year of football?
I just really don't want to regret not doing what I wanted to do in high school. So I'm going to empty my bucket out on this field and just put everything out.
Yeah. How do you feel like things are coming together for you guys? I know it's still pretty early in camp, but the season starts right around the corner. How are you feeling about things?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we are small, but I feel like our speed is just there. So I feel like if we just use that to our advantage, then we could win a lot of games.
Yeah. Let's see here. What would a successful season this year look like for you?
A successful season for me is beating North Douglas and probably having a home playoff game.
Going into senior year here for you, what's kind of your biggest motivating factor going into the season this year?
I just want to keep all the boys having fun. You know, we're pretty small, so just no matter what happens, I told them we just need to have fun and just play our hearts out.
What would a successful season for Camas Valley look like in your mind?
A successful season for us would be making it to the playoffs and maybe even having a home playoff game because it's been a while since we've had one of those.
Yeah. Looking at your schedule, what do you feel like is one of the biggest matchups that you're looking forward to this year?
Yeah, North Douglas will be a big matchup.
What is it about that one?
Well, we have a lot of buddies on that team, so it obviously becomes a big rivalry when it comes to that, and they're a tough team to play.